Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from, and also depending on your time zone. We are on automobile conditioning tips, day 11. Low cooling is not always low on gas, which is refrigerant. So before rushing to top up refrigerant, there are common culprits that you need to check. I repeat, low cooling does not always mean that the system is low on refrigerants. There are some common causes that you need to check first before rushing to top up refrigerants. Don't forget, too much refrigerant in the system will also increase pressure, and which will cause damage to your compressor. So number one on my list is dirty cabin filter. If your cabin filter is being choked up, it will restrict airflow. In that regard, it will not be able to expel the coldness in your evaporator to the interior of your car. So before you rush up to top of refrigerant, check the condition of your evaporator filter. And number two on my list is clutch condenser. This is very common, most especially in Nigeria, because of our road. It's always dusty. If your condenser is being blocked, is being choked up with dust, it will not allow heat to reject from the condenser. Remember, compressor compresses refrigerant to a high pressure and high temperature, deliver it to your condenser. So your condenser is where it's supposed to be cooled down and help that refrigerant to change its state from gaseous to liquid. So if that condenser is being blocked with dust, with lift, it will not allow that particular phase to take place. So check the condition of your condenser before rushing to workshop to top up refrigerant. Yes, and number three in my list is faulty cooling fan. It is very common. Faulty cooling fan, don't forget, at the condensing stage is where you're supposed to change the state from gaseous to liquid, and condenser cannot achieve that alone without the help of condenser fan. So if your fan is faulty, it will also cause low cooling. And the most common fault on fan is when you bring in your car, you will brainwash that you need to remove the thermostat. If not, your engine will overheat. And when you remove your thermostat, what do they do to your fan? They connect your fan directly, and your fan will be running continuously. Anytime you put on your car and turn it on to ignition, even without starting it, your fan will start running. And manufacturer did not design that fan to run that way. It was designed to work and stop, and also come back to do the job when it is being needed. So when you override the manufacturer design, you're causing issue to the fan. That fan will not last. People that run their fan, that remove the thermostat from their car and make their fan to run continuously, they keep on changing their fan. That fan will not last. Yes, that's number three on my list. And number four is bad expansion valve. If your expansion valve is bad, you have low cooling. So that does not mean that you need to go and top up your refrigerant. You need to inspect. You need to check your system. Remember, expansion valve is the man in charge of regulating the liquid refrigerant that will enter into your evaporator before your evaporator will now expel it to the interior of the car with the help of your evaporator fan. You see the relationship? So if your expansion valve is defective, it will be giving wrong refrigerant flow. Yes. And another one is weak compressor or sleepy clutch. If your compressor is weak, it will not be able to compress that refrigerant. So this is what you need to check. And the last one in my list is electrical / sensor issue, most especially on all these automatic compressor, which is a solenoid control. If that solenoid should fail, your compressor will not compress refrigerant. So these are the things you need to check. Check it first. If the cooling reduces, check all these things first before you rush down to the workshop to top up refrigerant. You top up the refrigerant, the system will not still work. the cooling effect will even be more worse than as it was before, because when you choke the system with refrigerant, what happens? It will increase pressure and give workload on the compressor. So, smart rule that I have for you: diagnose before regassing. Yes, wrong diagnosis equals to waste of money and damage to the system. If you wrong diagnose it, you waste money and also cause damage to your system. I want to believe that these few tips are useful. Kindly share to benefit others, and of course, follow us for more automobile conditioning tips. See you tomorrow.